I'm Lauren Adams. I'm an Ohio-based nail technician. Um, Growing up in the 80s and 90s, I've always just loved the nail culture, the flair and everything. And I've always loved art. So I love to, well, since being a natural nail care technician for the past couple years, I just love to incorporate nail art with natural nail care. So that being said, I'm not sure if you guys know or not, but Rooted Woman is a self care brand that produces eco conscious, toxic free nail polish and products, including this chemical free polish remover, which is amazing. Okay. All right. One of the other resources that the Rooted Woman has made available to everybody online is an online course called Rooted Woman University. On there, you can find an archive of resources, videos, articles just about self care and how to take things into your own hands. Rooted Woman has always encouraged women to take a very radical stance on self care in every step and journey of their life. And I am very honored to be here with you guys to show you how to do an everyday manicure using household items. Okay, so all that we're going to need, I'm not sure if you paid attention to Body by Jess or the Rooted Woman's stories, but we're going to be using very simple items such as baking soda. Going to be using just regular granulated sugar. I'm going to try to fix my lighting in a second. Sweet almond oil, or you can use olive oil if you have it. And I also took a half of a cut lemon. Some extra tools that you might need: Q-tip, nail file, some sort of, it's a half teaspoon. So that's what I'll be basing everything off of. All right. And we'll also be taking, I like to use paper towel pieces.
Hey, okay, we are finally here together.
Hi.
Okay.
Hi,
Just are you?
Uh-oh.
I am here. Lauren is Yes, okay, now I can see you. Awesome. Hey, Lauren. Okay, so we are here. My name is India Williams, and I am the founder and CEO of Rooted Woman. We are a
We'll also be taking
self-care lifestyle brand. And
Hey,
okay, we are finally here. And we specialize we are a self-care lifestyle brand. We specialize in non-toxic, eco-conscious nail polish and treatments. And I am here with the wonderful Lauren. We also expanded our brand to include additional self-care resources that will allow people to journey more into themselves. And so one of the ways we're doing that is through Rooted University, which offers self-care online courses. And so super excited to have Lauren with us. She is an amazing nail artist in the Columbus area. And so Lauren, tell us a bit about yourself.
Yes, I am a Columbus nail tech. I've been in the industry for the past couple years. I am the proud mother of two beautiful little girls, and I've always had a huge interest for nail industry. My big sister was a very big influence on me. She was a fly girl, like I like to call her, graduate of 92. So, when it comes to just the nail extensions and the expression of it all, the confidence that it brought a woman, I really noticed that, regardless if it was the bus driver or whoever it was that wore the uniform. If she natural nail care into also just having art and style and flair, period.
That's amazing. So that's like certainly part of the reason why I started Rooted Woman. So originally, I got very sick. I am a lawyer by trade and still am a practicing lawyer in addition to the owner of Rooted Woman. I got very sick from not just taking care of myself, and I had to go through a really intensive detox. And in that time, I really learned about the different allergies that I had and really had to go in a very deep reset of taking the attitude of work is life and really engaging in self-care and figuring out what that is and knowing that everything we put into our bodies is so important. And so it was really important to me to create a product that was as non-toxic as possible and that also made women feel really good, and so had an affirmation of something that they could carry with them and had a deeper meaning. So that was really important to me, and I'm super excited to share that with you and to everybody else that's joined us here today.
It's
So
so needed right now, right?
yes. So I know that you have told us some of the things that we need. I have my bowl with
Yes.
water in it. Um, and I have my baking soda,
Perfect.
and I have some almond oils. I also put in a little bit of olive oil because I'm a fan of that too.
Okay.
I have
You're
lemon,
both good. Okay.
and I have just some plain sugar.
Okay. Perfect.
And my nail file.
Nail files.
Awesome. So tell us, where do we start first? What do we need to do?
All right. Well, first of all, we have to get the nails ready for all of the goodness that's in store for it. Okay. So
Yes.
we're definitely going to be taking our nail file. Every lady has seen these basic red, white on the other side files. Okay. So all you're going to do is just determine what shape and what length do you want your nails. Okay. Now, I like to say or ask a client when they come and sit in my chair and they're kind of indecisive, I ask them, which finger is your favorite finger? And by going off of that, I kind of just, kind of try to clip, and match it with that one finger. Okay. But the trick with really getting like your nails straight
Mm-hmm.
is to turn them out facing you.
Okay.
After you get done doing all the preliminary stuff, because I know it's way more comfortable to do it this way, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody knows this one, right? But then sometimes you get a little lopsided, right? So
Yes.
even if you are filing with your hand like this, just match your strokes, okay? So if you go one stroke, two stroke on the left side, do the same on the right.
Okay.
It'll make sure that things go even, okay? And when you get things, I'm picking a nice oval shape.
Okay. Ooh, I like that.
I don't know how well you can see it. My
Yeah.
light is like beaming right now, but I wanted you guys to see everything. Okay, so like I said, when you're looking at it yourself with your hand bent like this, like I said, just match your strokes. Depending on the left side or the right side, depending on what you're trying to achieve here. If you're going for more of a straight, ooh, that's kind of crooked. Okay, see, caught myself. If you're going for more of like a square shape, or like I said, I'm going for more of a rounder shape. And once you get done doing, to a point where you're satisfied, then literally look out at them. Do they look straight? And if not, then you can kind of just slightly stroke across the top until you get to the place that you want to be. Now, with these classic red and white, I'm not going to mention the brand, but with the classic files, the white file is always the finer one if you really just want to just smooth things out. If you're trying to take some length off or get to really get a shape established, the
Right.
red side is the rougher side. So once you get, like I said, you get it to where you want it to be, stick it on out, look at it, see if it's straight, fix what you need to with the white side. Then now we're ready to get started with our actual manicure.
Okay. I'm ready.
Okay, so we're going to take our bowl.
Got it.
Just make sure that it's like I call this like an ice cream bowl.
Mm-hmm.
It's big enough for perfect for ice cream, but big enough, of course, to put your hands in there. So you put whatever type of temperature water that you like. Some people like it warm, some people like it not. So we go ahead and just set that to the side. We're going to take. I like to take my baking soda. Like I said, I have half a tablespoon, I'm sorry. So I'm just gonna slowly like add in some. So I'm gonna sprinkle it, pour it in. And I'll tell you why in a second. So
Got it.
now
Just one half a spoon or just an actual tablespoon?
I put a whole tablespoon in. I just start with
Okay.
a half because I don't trust myself. It's always better to start small.
That's true.
Okay. So I go ahead and mix that up. All right. The next thing I'm going to do is take my half a lemon that I have already cut.
Yep.
I'm not worried about the seeds or anything. And I'm just going to squeeze a little bit of the juice inside of the bowl with the baking soda. You're going to hear it fizz a little bit. That's just like a chemical reaction. It's nothing to worry about. All right. And once you're done squeezing your juice in, you're going to take your dish or your plate or whatever and kind of just set that to the side. All right.
Okay.
So once that's mixed, go ahead and put your fingertips inside and kind of just let them hang out. You guys can see me. Okay. So the reason why I added baking soda and the reason why I added lemon was because baking soda, when you go to major salons or any like, local salon, they'll do things, to clean up and soften your cuticles. And in school, they taught us, they pretty much taught us exactly what's in everything, so we know what we're doing and what we're administering, if you like to call it that. So for sure, the cuticle softener is basically water and baking soda.
Oh.
It's a very efficient softener to a lot of things. Like, it's so funny. My mom, she actually uses it in her greens recipe,
Really? As a
so she
tenderizer?
won't have to cook like, yeah. So it breaks them down so they won't have to cook so long, so it does the same thing for our skin. Okay. So any type of like hangnails or just dryness, flakiness around the actual like nail bed itself, which is the surrounding area of your nail, will be pretty much like, I don't know, sloughed off by this
Okay.
baking mixture. And the lemon is important because, a lot of people have tough jobs. I serve clients who are hairdressers and they dye hair, so their nails get stained. Painters, or just anyone who has like any type of yellowing of the nails or anything like that. Lemon juice lightens the nails, but it also lightens the skin. Me personally, my knuckles get a little bit darker than like the rest of my hand. So like things like that really help with the acid properties. They really help to lift like the colors. And it's also like, it's good for cleaning and antibacterial properties, and it's good for like odor problems and things like that. Great for, especially for pedicures and things like that. But I go ahead and I put it into the water to make sure that my nails are nice and, clean and clear when I'm ready to like put my polish on, because clear nails really affect the color of your polish. You have to have a clean slate. All right.
Okay.
So after a couple minutes of us putting it into this solution, I'm gonna just kind of sprinkle it out. Put our bowl to the side. All right. Now you might notice around the actual, like, the live part of your skin, you might notice it's gonna have like some grayish, light white type of like gunk or something that you don't. It's like, what is that? That wasn't there before. That's dead skin. That's cuticle. Okay. It's always supposed to grow. It's our job to kind of keep it at bay, if you'd like to say. So since we can't go to the salon and we're at home and we can't have a cuticle pusher, I'm going to show you guys a little trick that you can reuse your nail file with. Okay. So like I was telling India, I like personally to use the paper towels versus cotton balls, because cotton, leaves a lot of like, stray little fibers and things like that. And when you're dealing with regular polish, you really can't afford to have anything in there. So, so when I take a little cotton, I'm sorry, a little paper towel, like square or something like that, and I wrap it around the end of the nail file and hold it secure with the other hand. So just so it's covered.
Okay.
All right. And once you do that, that can be your cuticle pusher. So, but you want to be careful because the cuticles are still very sensitive. You can do a lot of damage. So just like literally just like push up and over, like kind of in a circular motion as you work across the cuticle and down the side. And next finger, you're going to go up the side and just push in that slow circular motion all the way to the other side. And we're just going to just keep on doing that on all 5 of our fingers, because also pushing back the cuticle itself promotes nail growth.
Really?
So
How?
yeah, it helps to just expose the nail bed, because like I said, the cuticle's job is to continue to grow. So it's like if you don't take care of it, you don't push it back, you don't get rid of it, it stops growing, and it really affects the length of your nail bed, which is also like a great advantage. Like even if you have short nails, but technically like the part of your nail that's attached to your skin is long, like you will always have long nails.
Long nails.
It's like, yeah, as long as they're painted. Okay, so we've already pushed them back, right?
Yep.
Okay. So if you have any extra, stuff that's hanging on or whatever, you can take a slightly damp paper towel and kind of just, wipe that away. Like I said, we're just trying to just be as simple as possible because we don't have all the gadgets. So, and it really doesn't take a whole lot. But making sure that that surface is clean and that, you just got everything out the way is very important, especially for the longevity of polish. Okay. Are we clean now?
Yep, just give me 2 seconds to do these other. Okay.
All right.
I'm clean.
All right. Now, the next step that I think is really important when it comes to a manicure is not just like, the individual, like, just scraping of the cuticles, but I think it's the exfoliation and putting the moisture back into your skin, because that's also another thing that is paramount in nail growth, healthy nail growth, which is moisture. You got to keep your skin, your cuticles, your hands, moist. If you're not drinking a lot of water, then, at least do yourself a little treatment. And this is going to be great. It's really easy. And like I said, it can be made with stuff from home. So we're going to go ahead and take our sugar at this point in time. I took an empty ramekin as well.
Yep.
And open mine up. That's silly. Okay. So I take my scooper again, and I'm going to put in I'm going to put two teaspoons.
Got it. I have about 2 teaspoons in mine.
Perfect. Because it doesn't take a whole lot. And you don't want to waste the sugar. Okay. So sugar is a great, it holds moisture. So it's best to make sugar scrubs like in very short batches, because they can go bad, they can spoil and do things like that. Okay.
Okay.
But with the sugar, you need to have some type of oil in order to make your scrub. I know this is super bright. I'm so sorry, guys. The sweet almond oil.
Yep, I can see it.
Okay. It's a really good, what they call a carrier oil. They use it in massages and things like that because it can actually penetrate through, the skin.
We have a quick question. Can it be brown sugar? Can we use brown sugar?
Yes, you can. Yeah.
Good question.
Yeah, that's a really good question. Brown sugar is a little bit more coarse. It's awesome on pedicures. Depending on what type of shape your hands are in, you just might want to be careful in the pressure that you put, because you can rub yourself raw or make it worse to where you dry yourself out and now you've rubbed off too much skin and now it's dry all over again. So brown sugar is awesome for pedicures. It's not bad for the body, but for the hands, the hand skin is much thinner than the rest of the body. So just be careful with that on the hands.
Okay.
If you don't have almond oil, you can use olive oil. You can use grapeseed oil, sunflower seed oil, avocado oil. no canola, no canola, no, not even coconut. I'm sorry, like not for this process because honestly, it has a tendency sometimes to clog pores. So I'm using this, but like I said, you can if you have everybody has olive oil in the kitchen, you know.
Yes.
So even if you do that, okay. So all I'm going to do is just kind of free pour my oil in, just to get it to the consistency that I want it to be. I don't like mine too runny because I want it to stay on. I want the oil to actually like penetrate instead of rubbing off and running off of my skin.
Mm-hmm.
So what I like to do, I guess, like I like applesauce consistency.
Okay.
So if you get it like that, then you'll be okay. All right. So tap tap tap. All right. This is what mine looks like.
This is what mine looks like.
Ooh, pretty. Ooh, I'm about to spill it out.
Uh-oh, don't spill it.
All right. So we're just going to scoop it out with our hand and literally just rub it. Just go for it. Just I ball my fist up and I kind of just grind it in there just to get it started. It's soft, that's okay. Hopefully you got a towel or something, some paper towels underneath you. But we're just going to
question. Any recommendations for a cuticle infection on the mend? The nail isn't growing.
Ooh. The nail's not growing at all?
Not sure. That's a question. So
okay.
maybe not.
Any type of infection is just best to just get it as clean as possible. I'm not sure if you have, and I'm not a doctor, you know, but
Right.
there are things that you can, tea tree oil is good. I'm not sure what the infection looks like, if it's active or not, meaning if is it swollen, are you having any, you know, fluids coming out, things like that. If you do, I suggest you go to a doctor and try to get some antibiotics. If it's not doing all of that, you can, like I said, you can try to use some, like soak it in like some water and like 2 drops of tea tree oil, put that finger on in there for like 5 or 10 minutes every day and try to see what that's going to do.
Okay, so the person said I did see a doctor and it's starting to heal.
Well, just hang tight, honey. You know, everything is gonna catch up to itself. You know, when your body and then when that nail catches up, then you'll be ready to come back to the salon. You know, I just don't want you to do anything that's, you know, don't take this like, oh, I have to be like, you don't have to be perfect. You know, you need to be healthy. You know, and that's what's most important. Okay, India, I did not prepare for the rinse off.
Awesome. Okay, that's fine. Go ahead. I have a big bowl here, so I'll right here.
So for everybody watching, after you've done your sugar and oil scrub and you scrub it in nice and good, and go ahead and rinse and dry off and come right back.
And I am rinsing in just a bowl. And because there's so much oil here, my hands are staying really moisturized, which is really nice. I don't know if anybody else has dry hands sometimes, but this feels amazing.
It feels good?
Yes, my hands feel so moisturized.
And it's so simple, you know? It's so simple. Okay, so I like to go ahead and just fold my towel, get yourself a fresh paper towel, whatever you need. If you got, you know, sugar and scrub that's still on your surface here, then kind of just switch that out. Yeah, this is, oh my gosh, like my hands are so,
don't they feel so nice?
Shine, like, oh my gosh, they're so shiny and soft. I love it. I love it. Okay, so you guys, you don't know what products that we have to show you guys today.
Yes.
I love this one. I mentioned it earlier before you got on. I couldn't wait. I'm sorry. The plant-based polish remover. I love it. I love it. I've been waiting for something like this because I knew that it was somebody else who had a problem with the regular remover. And there was nothing else out there like that I've really seen. But we are also going to be featuring our 3-step system. Let me see here. Let's start here. So this is the foundation that Rooted Women created here. This is going to be our base.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to have that on the table. Today we got Blessed, a beautiful, beautiful natural pink. Beautiful. That's going to go right here in the middle. And then our Covered, which is properly just named, by the way, because it's going on the top there. It's our top coat. Now, why 3? Simple. The polish, especially when it's non-toxic, it's a little bit more vulnerable, especially, like I said, to body oils and things like that, regular moisturizers and detergents and things that we use every day. So having a 3-layer system kind of like helps to seal in the color. It's kind of like a sandwich effect. So it is important that you do it like foundation, color, covered. Okay. So after we done rinsed our hands off, we're going to take this regular water on a paper towel and kind of just wipe any extra oil that we see from our scrub. Come here. Because making sure that your hands, or should I say your nails, are clean of oil is pretty important. Because paint, the nail polish can't stick to oil. Just try your best, ladies. Said I don't have it today, but if you have alcohol at home, that's great too. Just try not to get it on your skin at all.
Awesome. Okay.
All right.
Hi.
So if everybody is clean and moisturized and ready, then we will start with our foundation. Okay. This is the fun part.
Yay.
And honestly, I was thinking about it earlier, India. It's very therapeutic.
Yes, and we so need that right now.
Yeah, seriously, because we don't know what's going to happen next, and it's just like, well, let's just relax in the meantime. So this is like my coloring book for adults. You know, some people call it coloring book. I prefer nail polish. All right, so when I paint my nails, my daughter just gave me a thumbs up.
Yay!
So after, I usually put my thumb straight down just so I can paint. However you feel comfortable. Some people like to literally put their hands flat and paint this way. Some ladies like to hold their hand this way and just, and kind of just paint that way. All I will suggest is that when you do take your, polish out of a bottle, after you dip it, just press the side of it up against the bottle just to kind of take some of that extra product off.
Okay.
Especially when it's new. Because it'll run all over the sides and, that's when they'll get all over your skin and nobody wants that. So we're going to go ahead and continue painting with our foundation however you'd like to do it. You know what? Another thing that I noticed about this, oh my goodness, this polish dries so fast. I was amazed at how fast this polish dries.
Great
like
for
through.
Yes.
Because that's always like the annoying part. Like, yeah, it's like, the popular brands, and the other polishes, like the colors, yeah, they're pretty, but it's like, if you bump it one good time, that middle color is smudged. And that whole manicure is for nothing.
Yes.
Okay. So, all right. Now, it's not really a big deal with the clear because it's clear, but I usually take my fingernail if I get something on the side and kind of just like literally run it on the side and kind of just scrape it out. It's not a big deal, like I said, when it comes to the clear. But with the colored polish, we will be using our Q-tips if need be. Okay. Ooh, yes, it is dry already, honey. Yay. I just wish I could see the shine on here. These look so healthy. Like
I know.
Yours look gorgeous compared
to
mine.
Like I've been to the salon.
My lighting is horrible. But you can see, like, I just took some enhancements off. And it's just like, yes, I needed this manicure so bad.
That's awesome.
Okay. All right, you guys. So if you're just tuning in, we just finished our scrub and manicure. We just put our foundation on, and now we're moving on to Blessed, the main event.
Yes.
Okay, so I always just give it a little tap. If you want to shake it, whatever you want to do, I like to tap it, sassy. So you just want to mix it up so it won't, so it'll flow on nice and clear and even, because over time polish will separate if it sits for a while. So the same technique that I do with the foundation, by pulling the brush out and wiping half of the bottle off, you're going to have a nice ball of polish on the end there. That's what you're going to do to just place, like literally just tap the polish close to your cuticle, tap it on there and drag it down. If you need more, dip it in again, run it off to the side, and tap again. And as long as you control the brush, polish isn't going anywhere. All right. I always do this on this thumb. Got some on the side.
Already made it to the thumb? You are fast.
No, I started with the thumb, girl.
Oh, okay. I was like, no.
Jeez Louise. Let me see if we have any questions. Anybody have any questions? Thank you guys for showing up and showing out. You're using Awakening.
Yay.
Awesome. Say, I haven't discovered that one yet. I'm a newbie, but I love polish. I will definitely get that one next. Ooh, it's so smooth, India.
Yay. I love to hear that.
And I know you had fun trying this stuff out.
Yes, it's always fun when I get to play with the chemist and we get to come up with colors. I have the best time.
Yes, I know that's got to be so cool. So,
yes.
do you have like a interest in art?
I do. I love art. I have art all throughout my home.
Yeah, I saw that one. I love that one.
Yes, I am a huge fan of lots of different mediums of art. So collage, portraiture, photography, paintings, watercolors, oils, everything. Yeah, I love it. So this brings me lots of joy. And even before I created my own nail polish line, I was always the person that's like, I have this color in my mind. Can we mix these 3 colors and see if we can get it? It was never just one. It was always like, can we mix this one with this one and see how it works together?
There's maybe some sparkles on the top. And
yeah.
I love it.
And then I would go out and
because obviously you were like, hey, that color doesn't exist, okay? Like
it doesn't, so let's make it. And so my nail tech was always like, okay, India, so what are we making today? And I was like, well, I think we should mix these colors. And she always knew we were mixing something, and we would leave, or the person next to me would be like, oh, I want that color. And she would always be like, yeah, it's not just one color. It's like 3 colors.
Yeah, that is so awesome, though. That means, I mean, she was pretty good, too, in what she does.
No, she was great and very patient.
In the relating colors that go with them, you know?
Yes.
I struggle with that sometimes, especially when people like are asking me for like suggestions. I'm like, I don't know what's going on in your life. Like, I don't know. Like, for me, it's very like a self-expressive type of thing.
Yes.
It really just does depend how I feel. Like before, like, I don't know, my mom, she's like super like into like retro furniture. Oh, I'm sorry guys, real quick. I already let my first layer dry and I'm putting my second one right now. Okay.
Same.
Second one. Yeah, but she's a huge art collector as well. but now she's like, she buys and resells mid-century modern furniture. So
Wow.
yeah, so the lines and structure and all that stuff, like I have, oh my goodness, so gorgeous. So I had like this really like mod orange, like on like half of my nail. It was like a
Mm-hmm.
different version of French for me with like a
Yes.
nice nude at the bottom. I'll show you when I put it back on.
I'm a
after
fan of
after I
that.
get this manicure out, wear this one out.
I also love like the two level um, French manicure where you can do like two colors at the top. I'm a huge fan of that. Or the reverse French manicure where it's at the bottom of your nails at the cuticle.
Okay. You remember when we were talking earlier?
Yes, yes,
And I talked about your lunula.
yes.
The reverse French is basically a rendition of what your nails really.
Oh,
It's for
I was in love with the reverse French when I was in
yeah,
school. That was like my
because it
go-to. I thought
because
I
it
was
looks.
so cool.
That's where it came from because that was like like a really like good thing to have. It's like a sign of health. That's actually like where the organ is. It's pretty cool. So if that part gets damaged or something, it'll your nail might grow in wavy or like like I said have ridges.
Oh,
Ever.
yeah.
Oh my God, Jane, come
Yeah.
here, come here.
All right.
Don't knock it over.
He sounds so sweet.
Look at this.
Mm,
Do you like it?
yeah, that's pretty.
Yay! This is so pretty. It is so smooth. Like goodness. Like
Yes, I love
I
it.
haven't even I haven't even put the top coat on yet.
Wow.
All right, you guys. Once you got your couple of layers on, or depending on if you want it a little bit like darker, you can put a third coat on there. Just make
Mm-hmm.
sure it's thoroughly dry. Okay, give
Yes.
yourself enough time. And then we're going to top it off with Covered, which is the eco-friendly and toxic-free top coat. Jane,
Yeah.
don't crawl around there. Thank you. All right. So we're going to go ahead and take this off. Take the cap off. Make sure we don't have too much product in there. Run it off the side like we did before. And just top it off. And just make sure that you completely cover from top to bottom all the color on each one of your nails. And just take your time, ladies and gents. Like I said, this is like a coloring book, but it's on your finger.
Yes.
Okay.
Your daughter is so precious.
Thank you. That's what I was like. I wasn't sure if I was going to need a hand model. She was like, I'll do it. I was like, I know you will.
Aww. Do
My
you
mom.
guys do mommy and me manicures?
Yes, they know how to paint their own nails pretty well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I kind of just broke it down. They like it. They love art. They are always drawing or coloring or doing something with side. They were out there with sidewalk chalk earlier. They got tired, so they came in.
I love that.
All right, you guys. Now, if there is any mistakes for whatever reason, you can always take something like a Q-tip. I kind of like to grab the end and rotate it and twist it. Yeah, sometimes they sell like those Q-tips like the coming points, but if you don't,
Oh,
you can
yeah.
force a point. And then you take the Rooted Woman toxic free polish remover and just go ahead and put a couple of drops on there. Now, since this polish remover is oil based, you want to make sure that if you have any mistakes, you want to be like up as close to your, to the skin as possible. I like to even pull it back a little bit with the side of my finger and just kind of run that Q-tip along the edge of it. It'll keep it on the nail because that's what you want. Because if polish gets on the skin, that's what makes it lift and chip way earlier than you want it to. And if there's any mistakes, Just keep on, putting the polish remover onto your Q-tip and just wiping along the sides. All right. And now all you have to do is kick back and watch them dry. That's it, you guys. We did it.
We did it! Yay!
We took care of ourselves and our nails look gorgeous. Oh my goodness. It is not just because I do this, all right? You saw India.
Yes, you helped me do it too.
Are you a professional?
No, not at all. Not even a little bit.
I like that color on you a lot.
Thank you. This is actually overflowing.
Oh, cheater. Okay.
Yeah.
You cheated.
A slightly different color.
Yeah, that's kind of like maybe more peachy.
Yep, it's more peachy. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, I'm getting better with my colors. All right, baby. Thank you. I'll see you in a second. All right, you guys. So thank you so much. That concludes our tutorial. I'm not sure if you guys had any more questions or if we missed any along the way. I wasn't paying attention to the
When can I put lotion on?
When can you put lotion on? You can put lotion on the moment that your nails are completely dry.
Okay.
Because that top coat is going to protect the color.
Okay.
And it's going to keep it, preserve it and, make sure that you can at least get like a week's wear out of it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What are some things we can do to preserve our polish?
I'm sorry?
Okay, somebody said what's the first coat? The name is foundation. For the
yes.
base coat, it's foundation.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
But what's something we can do to preserve our manicures throughout the week? Particularly, we're washing our hands a lot because of COVID and just trying to make sure we stay as healthy as possible. What are some things we can do?
Well, when I think about it, it kind of just makes me think about, I guess even just me going through nail school period, because there's different steps of sanitizing things. And first step is to clean it. And the only reason why you would need to clean it, meaning using soap and water, is if you had debris. So if you know you actually have something on your hands, yes, by all means, wash your hands. But if you've just been touching doorknobs and things like that, just use some hand sanitizer. It'll take away, because the sulfates that are in a lot of hand washes and things like that, they're very drying. They're made to get the dirt out and stuff, but they're not made to really add anything in. So if you're out there or you have something wet on your hands, or you get food, whatever, yes, go ahead and wash your hands. But that's one way to we do ladies, oh my goodness, please don't use your nails as tools, okay? If you have boxes to open, no, I'm serious. And maybe it's just
no, I do it. I do that.
So get yourself something sharp. Get your keys. Open up that Amazon box. Get some scissors. Do something. Don't use your hands, because once that does that, all you're doing is flexing and bending that nail, and it's making it weaker, and it's breaking the bond that is you and your polish. Okay, so it just makes it break free, and that's what makes your chips. Washing dishes, any type of cleaning, rubber gloves. I love using hot scalding water when I wash dishes, but of course that's not conducive because that's very drying as well. Hot showers, very drying as well. But I'm not going to tell you to give those up. But if you can put, like I said, put some Rubbermaid gloves on or something, you know what I mean? Just any type of reusable type of thick gloves when you're washing or cleaning bathrooms or doing anything like that. Those are some things that can help. Okay. And just keeping your hands moisturized in the meantime, because that will make the future growth of your nails stronger.
So would you recommend that we use lotion or oils to keep our hands moisturized?
I recommend oils personally, because there's usually just one ingredient in that.
Keeping it as simple as possible.
Yeah, and they smell good and everything, but those things are drying as well. And a lot of hand creams, not hand creams, but hand lotions even have some alcohol in them just to help them absorb quickly. But that's drying on your skin. and there's other preservatives that, just to, keep the shelf life and things like that. So I think the best thing that you can do is just to use some type of oil, whatever type that you feel like you can, I guess, like tolerate in terms of like the smell, because it is going to smell more of like, of course, more like the earth than flowers,
Yeah.
but then
Yeah.
that's when you can take a little essential oils, whether it be lavender or some peppermint, and kind of just sprinkle in there. No, don't do that. Please stop, honey. I'm still filming. And you can just like kind of mix it in that, and that will help with the smell. And a little bit goes a long way, which is also a really, really good economical thing. Like, I don't know, this is probably gonna last me for a long time.
Absolutely, it will, for sure.
And it was
Awesome.
like, yeah.
Thank you so much. I don't think we have any other questions, but Lauren, thank you so much for joining us and showing us how to keep here at home with everyday items that we already have. So you don't have to get anything new, and we can make it through this together and also have a really good outlet for self-care. I love the analogy to it being a coloring book for adults. So that's
you, should,
awesome.
you should see my face when I do it. I'm like, tongue out to the side. Oh, like I gotta concentrate. Like,
yes, yes, yes. I was definitely concentrating. So thank you
yeah.
so much for joining us. And then Lauren, thank you for allowing Rita Woman to do this live with you and to be on your platform. So thank you so much. And good night, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. You guys stay well.
Thanks. Be well.
Bye.
Bye bye.